welcome to the Elite Season 11 CSC quarterfinals. I'm Chels Bells, along with my buddy, my teammate, my pal Sage. We are here to watch the map ban live and in action as the Gloop Troop banned first. They have banned Inferno, the map that is, of course, overtime central. Is it really an Inferno game if you don't have 9 overtimes? They have rightfully decided to say, no, you know what? We don't need 9 overtimes. We're glad and okay to play on maps that don't need that. And the Walling Wizards have banned my favorite map. I think the best map in Counter-Strike and Vertigo. I'm a Vertigo Global Sage. I feel like you have ripped your hair out given how many times I have made you play Vertigo.
You've made me play Vertigo quite a few times. I do like the map now, though, and quite sad they banned it.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun to watch. It's a lot of fun to play. I think there's a lot of cool things you can do on the map as the Gloop Troop pick Overpass as the first map of the BO3.
Another favorite of mine.
Yes. If we could just play the non-Puggy Wuggy maps today, that would just be great. I don't, we've watched maybe 7,000 games of pros and pugs and wherever else you get your Counter-Strike action, play Mirage and Inferno. Can we get some other maps in the pool? We got Overpass. Let's see. Maybe the Walling Wizards ban Mirage here. Maybe we can go absolutely based with our options.
Love it.
We have Anubis, Mirage, Nuke, and Ancient left on the table as the Walling Wizards are still mulling over their options, trying to figure out where they want to send their team off into their map choice.
Would love to see Nuke and Ancient. No Mirage.
And they have picked Anubis. There you go. So that will be the second map of the best of 3. And now it is time for the decider. Nuke has been banned by the Big Slimes Gloop Troop. Now it is up to the Walling Wizards to figure out which map they would like to go to if a winner cannot be decided in 2. Hopefully we go Ancient, Mirage. There's only so many strats you can do in a map, right? At a certain point, you kind of reach the apex where it's been min-max to the extreme. Everybody knows even puggers, right? Oh, well, there you go. You got the Puggy Wuggy map as the decider. If it goes there, you got Mirage as map number 3. Ancient goes to the dust, and here we have our best of 3. We'll be right back in a second as we get Overpass ready and started for y'all.
cannot look away. About to crash into my face. Just another day on the shelf. Pull me from my silhouette. Years have been astray. Now a broken shell remains. I cannot embrace what I regret. Round and round, around I go. The spinning makes me ill. An image held inside the very world I build. Please help me now, 'cause I can't even feel enough to know if I get out. I'm numb to the pain, but hollow without. Floating in a world of glass, I can imitate. Got a smile worth its weight. When the mirror breaks, there's someone asks. Round and round, around I go. The spinning makes me ill. A hostage held inside the very world I build. Please help me now, 'cause I can even feel enough to know if I get out. Will I allow another friend to try and help and fail on my account? I'm numb to the pain and hollow without.
All right, it is now the beginning of the quarterfinals in Elite Season 11. Gloop Troop versus the Walling Wizards. Knife round has begun, it is ended, and the Walling Wizards are doing a little bit of a con rush. There's 5 coming up through con. Con to A looks like a lot of jumping around, a lot of moving parts here, but James the Great does find Neil Goopy. Gamer77 for zone with the double one tap. The third gets you one more, why don't you? Syed trying to get the trade. He finally does. 3-on-2 advantage still for the Gloop Troop. Syed dinks Jarrett down to 5 HP. A minute 15 on the clock. A lot of damage both ways. James and Syed try to run away. Dilly, though, says absolutely not. And the bomb is down on B. James the Great manages to find a seam, gets the bomb planted, and now a 3-on-1 retake for the Gloop Troop. Jarrett 5 HP being the bait for info. Dilly running up with the P2000. Not the USP, the P2000. Info found. They know James is short. Dilly with the swing. Can't get the kill, but Slow is on the defuse. Dilly can't get the kill, and James gets both headshots for the opening round.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I mean, 4-Zone just locked down A, and yeah, that was rough on Dilly. Really rough.
Sometimes it just be like that, and it is in that was insane. You thought, just when you thought the Gloop Troop was going to get their first round win of the game, the Walling Wizards stole that one from them, and now the Gloop Troop did buy. There's an MP9, a Deagle, a couple of 5.7s on the table, 5.7, a USP, and a P2K, P250, I should say. Dilly gets the trade onto one, gets the second. Okay, picks up the AK. Maybe the Force was the right idea. Kyle taking a look at what's given to him on B. Doesn't know that Neil, Goopy Gamer, is right in pit. Do they clear him? Though they do, but he finds one somehow. You would think that Syad would get the kill there. He jumped right on top of Goopy Gamer's head, but no. He does find a lot of impact. Kyle gets Dilly coming up from behind. What a read from him. A 2-on-2. They do get the bomb plant. 4-Zone with a 5-7 and a dream. Gets the tap onto Kyle. 2-on-1. Is there another savior into Gentle? The answer is no. He gets one, not two. And the Gloop Troop have tied it up at 1.
Great recovery there by Dilly. You know, getting those opening kills. Good retake. Oh, they didn't have time? No time?
No time. Wow. Sage, do you have game audio by chance? Because I don't think I do. We are getting that sorted out. But in the meantime, the Walling Wizards, it looked as if it was going to be a 1-1 score. But the Gloop Troop just ran out of time. I didn't hear the ticking going off. I apologize about that. And the Walling Wizards are up 2-0. I still don't have any audio, but all good. All good. We are fixing the audio issues in real time. Anyways, though, couple of pistol upgrades. Not a whole lot, but Jared gets a Zeus kill onto Syad. Oh boy, we always love to see those. Kyle gets one, Jared with the trade. Couple of trades, a lot of action going on in short. Now down to 3 players apiece. 1:15 on the clock. Too Gentle flashing out short, trying to see if he can get any players to stay on B while his team aggresses onto the A bomb site.
Playoffs, Zeus kill, why not?
That's just something you love to see. Maybe not if you're a Walling Wizards fan, but as a fan of the game, you love to see, especially when you don't expect it. Round 3, you know, if somebody was sitting in a corner maybe and you walk into it, you know, fair. But that's a wide swing into short pipe and you get the Zeus kill. I mean, that's incredible content right there. 3v2, Slow and Dilly are just going to save their AKs, and the Walling Wizards have the third on T-side overpass to open up their BO3.
Yeah, we'll get some guns after this round. Or wait, they bought here, actually.
They bought a couple of pistols and things like that, but they will have a buy here after they save their 2 rifles. 4-Zone is 3450, Jared 3650. They'll have some rifles here to work with. They might have it. Yeah, Jared and 4-Zone will have enough for an op if they so choose. They probably will, I would think, for A, as they look to get the first round on the board for the CTs. Sage, your thoughts on how the T's have been playing so far?
Pretty aggressive. I mean, we're working out some audio issues here, and you know, just trying to figure everything out. But somebody in chat says to console.
Syed, in the meantime, poking around through short, trying to see what kind of damage he can inflict onto the Gloop troop. They gave him nothing, but they did give him short control. He has that for free. 1:20 left on the clock. A lot of the T's just kind of poking and prodding, seeing what's going on as the bomb is creeping up towards A, but not committed right now. He's in party.
Nice little default going on right now. Just taking space.
Minute on the clock. No damage inflicted by either team. Just a lot of patience and waiting. Oh, Syed made a lot of noise, and Dilly punishes that. He gets the opener. 50 seconds on the clock. And it looks like the Walling Wizards will try to end A here after that opener by the defense. Zane. Butterfly in his hand. Animation going crazy, going brazy, actually. As the Walling Wizards line up some util. I was told that the Walling Wizards don't know a lot of util. And I mean, they know a little. There's some util going out, but Jared with that op on A, he gets the second, gets you one more. He does. That's Dilly. Gentle does find the back of his head, but there's 7 seconds left. There's no time. Oh, or is there? Nope, there is not. Gentle gets 2, but that's not 5, and that will be Gloop Troop's first on the board.
Yeah, I think they took a little too long executing on A there. The rotate had already come in, and Gloop Troop just locked it down. Pretty simple.
Was talking to Zane earlier today, trying to figure out what kind of team they are and what just trying to get any kind of information out of him. And he did say that they do like to wait until there's not a whole lot of time to go onto a bomb site. So we just saw it there, but they kind of waited a little bit too long to get anything going. As Zane will just run directly through Monster Smoke. He gets the flash and gets one, gets 2. James with that also with another open. He gets 2. Goopy Gamer Neil with that nade, but that's not enough to get to stop the bomb from being planted. 4Zone does find one who was aggressing a little bit too ambitiously into hell. 4Zone smokes off short. Is there anything that Walling Wizards will give the 2 remaining CTs? The answer is no. Kyle finds 4Zone. He finds a swinging Jared looking for the trade, and the Walling Wizards break their way through B. Kyle just holding W into the bomb site, and it's 4-1.
Yeah, man. I like the change of pace there by them. You know, they went pretty slow last round, and then they just W keyed in there. Seemed to work that round. Now, Gloop's on the save here, looks like.
Little bit of couple of deagles. I think Slow dropped a couple of deagles as a 5-7 on 4Zone. Has to be a save for them. Walling Wizards with everything they could possibly want. A lot of util. No ops. They chose not to pick that one up. Maybe they didn't find it on the bomb site. James goes back and gets the bomb. As the rest of his team is storming up A right now. The bomb is all alone. James knows that there might be one flanking, but the rest of his team has broken A site wide open. And there's not a whole lot the CTs can do to stop this as Kyle takes out another CT in 4Zone. Dilly on the flank with the P250, with the Deagle, I should say. And a Dream, not a whole... Oh, okay, Dilly does get Syad. Manages to find some impact with that $700 boom cannon. Picks up the AK, jiggling. He's trying to get out of here with it. Let's see if they give it to him. They are hunting him down. Dilly, aware, does find 2 Gentles. He's another one long and is sprinting out of there. Flashing long. He's actually going to take the... Okay, no, I thought he was going to take that fight. He was looking real close as James does take down Neil. Only one AK saved for the Gloop Troop. If that, they will allow him to save, but it is now 5-1 Walling Wizards on Overpass, on their T-side Overpass.
Yeah, guns coming back out. 2 kills on the save round. I mean, it's as good as you can ask for, right?
Well, if you're a CT, I feel like you would ask to win the round.
You would have liked to, but on a full save,
Sure,
any kills are a good thing.
that's right. But if you're asking for things, right, you might as well
Absolutely.
ask for all 5 of them to be dead. But anyways, the Walling Wizards send 3 through Khan early as the rest of the team is sprinting towards A. 4Zone does find the opener, and James the Great, he goes down. That's his life out for the round. 4Zone, careful about another long aggression, but slow. Takes out Syad, and it's now a 5v3 advantage for the CTs. A lot of slow pace now for the Walling Wizards. They were making their way pretty quickly up through A, but now it's been slowed. Kyle does spot one running up long, but he fell back, and that's info for the T's, but 2 men down. We'll see what they do with that. Zane in bathrooms, just waiting for some kind of over-aggression. The Gloop Troop not giving him anything. Jared just jump spotting dice. As he swings before zone with the swing, dry as you like, takes down Kyle. And now the T's 40 seconds to go. They grab the bomb. They don't really know what to do. They have no map control. They run back to T ramp as they will probably look to NB here. I mean, 30 seconds left. There's 2 T's. There's 2 guys from the Gloop Troop right now holding it. 20 seconds left. Now they're choreographing exactly what they're doing. Flash into Monster. Does flash Dilly. He can't see, but there's just too many people. And Dilly does find one. He finds 2 Gentle, and that is the round. A clean sweep from the Gloop Troop. Some damage done, but everybody stays alive. And that was a must-win round for them, and they got it.
Huge round. 5 alive. You know, super passive there, but it worked. See if they do the same thing here.
Walling Wizards will buy right into this. Big
Dilly,
round here.
I was going to say, Dilly had the rough first round, and then look at him now, turning it on.
He's leading the server. He's got 9 kills. This is a big round for Dilly and his team, because if they can win this round, Walling Wizards don't have any money. There's an open play, a couple of Galils in place. They 4-spot. They have inputted everything they possibly wanted into this round. All the doll hairs spent trying to see if they can get the round number 8 from the Gloop Troop. Syad taking short control. Aware of a potential Khan push. No one there. Maybe a CT overpeaks into short, but so far, all he sees is a smoke. It does look like the Walling Wizards want to end B here. There's not a whole lot of presence on A. There's a late boost, and Dilly does find 2 Gentle. Do they know that Syad is there? They do try to get a nade, and it does a lot of damage. A couple of ticks onto Syad, but James down to 2 HP does find slow. 4v4, but James holding on to dear life. The bomb is in short. 35 seconds to go. Are they going? They are. Looks like they're going to A. They're making a run for it. 4Zone, though, denies all plans of that as he takes down Zane as he tried to make space going up into A. Are the CTs going to be able to hold on to B? Couple of trades going. James the Great with 2 HP finds his 2nd kill of the round. Gets the bomb plant. 2v2. No util except for 1 single flash on Kyle. There's 1 smoke on 4Zone. Do they know that both T's are low? Neil takes Kyle down to 18 HP. Finds 1. He finds the 2nd, and a great retake by Neil. He finds both. And the Gloop Troop win a massive 3rd round for them. The Walling Wizards have a little bit of money, but they're probably going to save here.
Man, it would have been rough to lose that round. You know, Walling just looked so confused there. Didn't know what site they wanted to go to. James almost came up huge for him.
James has 10 kills right now, tied with Dilly for the server lead. Both players over 100 ADR. And it does look like they will half by a couple of Deagles and a Tech 9 to their names. Only Zane has armor, but I was talking to Zane earlier today, and they love their eco rounds. They love one-tapping people with just pistols, just trying to see if they can get something going here. But Jared and 4Zone say, that's not happening, buddy. You think you can run through the molly and take us down with those headshots? Not today. And it looks like the Gloop Troop, barring some miracle by James and Kyle, who have been hitting their shots, but this might be a little bit too much for just 2 Deagles.
Yeah, they were having none of that right there. None of that.
Minute left on the clock. The bomb is Party and Kyle in T-Ramp. Have no map control, no guns, no armor for that matter, no util. I mean, they essentially just have their little mini cannons in their hands and not a whole lot else. But they're sprinting up towards Monster right now. They're clearing all their corners. Will that help them in the long run? Okay, they do spot Dilly in short, but Dilly has a gun, and they don't. And Dilly cleans up the loose change. He does get those eco kills, and the Gloop Troop, it was looking a little bit dire early on. They were down 5-4, but now it's 5-4.
I mean, Dilly has been huge right now. 139 ADR, 12 and 5. Yeah, he's turning it on.
Everybody loves to get their eco kills, but here's one thing that I love about that round. If you're watching this and maybe you're a recruit player or prospect player or somebody in one of those lower tiers of CSC, you notice how the Gloop Troop didn't go after the eco kills. That's the one thing I really enjoy, is Jared and 4Zone aggress into Fountain early and take down 2 of the 5 Ts, and now they know that the bomb is nowhere near A. The only possible place that any T can be is long, and that's where Jared strikes again. It is a 5v2 now for the Gloop Troop. Great play from Jared. But Sayad does find the head of Dilly. Seems like the Ts are maybe a little bit slow to the rotate, but speaking of slow, he finds one, gets taken down. Neil with the swing. Does find 2 Gentle for the round win, but he could not deny the bomb plan. That's a little bit of extra cash for the Walling Wizards. But the Gloop Troop, down 5-1. Now they've won 4 in a row. It's tied.
Love it. Love the aggression by Jarrett and 4Zone playing together. So, beautiful to see.
I said they were down 5-4, but now it's 5-4. Yes, I apologize, Cap. They were down 5-1. Now it's all tied up at 5 here, and the Walling Wizards are buying again. They don't have a lot of util. Interesting decision. So I was told by Zane that they don't throw a lot of util anyway. So maybe this is exactly what they need. A 5-man rush out of Monster. They take a lot of space here. Trades going either which way, but Dilly finds 2. A 3-on-2 advantage now for the defense, but Sayad manages to even it up. It's 2 apiece. Health advantage to the Gloop Troop, but that nade and that molly does 4Zone 1 taps. Okay, Sayad down and out, and Jared finds Kyle. The Gloop Troop, winners of 5 in a row. A great retake out of them. It's now 6-5 defense.
Ooh. Huge. You gotta think about taking a timeout here if you're Walling Wizards, huh? Talks things out, maybe.
Speaking of which, I was also told by Zane that they don't take those.
Oh, no timeouts?
So
interesting.
It's interesting you say that, Sage, because, well, they don't know what those are. So anyways, we're on to the next round.
They are available if they would like to use them.
Yeah, right. You have, I don't know if you know this, Sage, but each team has 4 timeouts that they can take throughout the course of the game. Now you know that because we occasionally take those, but some teams apparently need a refresher because they allegedly don't use them. So maybe this is the time to write .tac in chat and talk things over. But anyways, a default going on, a 3-2 split for the Walling Wizards. Kyle just jump spotting, seeing if there's anybody that will give him that one tap heady that will make the CSC highlight reel that our teammate Captain Diabetes is a part of, that he puts together every now and again when he has enough clips to do so. Bathroom control taken. Yeah, what a guy. That's right. He's our guy.
He is.
Jarrett with the op, making some damage happen. He's trying to. Is there anybody flowers? Anybody at all? The answer right now is no, but Zane is looking into truck, knows that somebody could be in that rat corner, but holding off for now. A stalemate with 40 seconds to go, but Jarrett finally finds the opener, gets Zane's head clean off, but they are going B. It's a two-man split, 2 monster and 2 short. The Dilly does find 2, a lot of impact out of him, but Syad can't find anything. Jarrett with the 3K up. A nice round out of him. The Walling Wizards from 5-1 up have now lost 6 in a row. They tried to break open A. They couldn't do it. They ran into B. 4 guys. There was only, I think, 1 on site. Dilly got 2 coming out of short before the monster guys came out. A little bit of a miscomm there, and the Gloop troop have won 6 in a row.
A timeout still available. Jarrett is turning it on. Dilly's turning it on.
More. Well, they don't know what those are allegedly, so who knows? But here are these famous pistols that Zane has been telling me all about. Some Deagles. Gentle once again with the Tech 9. We saw that the last time where everybody would be buying a Deagle as Zane lets his sing, takes Neil's head clean off, but Slow says an eye for an eye, takes his life as well. Some Deagle shots going by the T's. Dilly, though, on his aim, but Kyle making it known that they will not go down easy. A 3-on-3 tie. Of course, the Gloop Troop have these things called rifles, and the Walling Wizards sure don't, but they do get the bomb planted. Kyle deep and short. What is happening on site? There's a lot of hugging going on. Jarrett gets he did not get the defuse, but James gets the kill. Okay, listen, I don't understand what happened. I don't know what I just watched. The Walling Wizards.
Oh my god.
Can we? We need 8 replays of that. There was some hugging on site.
And I would also like to have sound on the game.
Sound would also be nice, but we can't always get what we want, Sage. You know, like there was some hugging going on site. There was chaos and mayhem, and as Zane was telling me, they love their eco rounds, and they just won one in one of the strangest ways I have ever seen in any game of my entire life. But here you go. Everybody has guns now. I don't know how you could top that round. You know, there's only so many things in Counter-Strike at this point that leave me speechless. That was one of them. I gotta say. I don't know what I just watched. A lot of damage done on the Syad. He's taken short, as is his office. Syad knows that there's could be some con control. Flash into short. Dilly cleans it up. Good play from the CTs. A great flash also. Core zone doubles the advantage, but Gentle takes it right back. Takes Dilly's head clean off. The CTs on A falling off, and it looks like they might starting to rotate towards A, and that's the right decision. There's 3 Ts here. The bomb creeping up towards Monster, and the last 2 helpers in short. But they are fearful of this short play. Is there a CT in con? We know the answer is no, but they don't. Kyle just juggling pit, seeing... Does anybody want to give him anything easy to shoot at? The answer is yes, but Slow gets the kill anyway. And now everybody else starts to rotate. Heaven is smoked off. James finds slow. And that is the site. The bomb will get planted gentle down to 14 HP. Goofy Gamer just says, I don't care about the smoke. I'm just going to walk out anyway. Finds one. James the trade, but not enough. Jarrett with 11 kills to his name. Gets the defuse. Gets the star next to his name for that. And the Gloop Troop have won their 8th round.
I mean, Walling just seemed like they play a lot better when they're just pushing in, or they fast pace it. When they slow down, Gloop Troop seems to have their number.
We have audio. Look at that. That's tremendous. We have achieved audio. No hut. You know, sometimes there's a trade. We have a trade to announce. We've acquired audio in exchange for a HUD. So, you know, decisions have to be made, and you don't want to give up the kind of things that you do in order to get the kind of things that you want in return, but things happen, and off we go. So 4Zone does find the entry onto Zane. I don't have a mini-map, so I can't really figure out what's going on the rest of the map. But there is some action going on in Monster and in Short. Maybe there's a quick rotate from A. Do they have ramp control? The answer. There's a couple of T's trying to boost into Short. Now, is that heard? The answer is maybe, as Jared is boosted up into that A sign position. Now, that was heard by the CTs for sure. They don't know how many players are in Short, but they know there's at least one there. Again, a lot of slow-paced action from the T's. And this goes, as you said, Sage, to the CT's advantage. Slow is ready for this peak. Yeah, Slow does find Kyle, but can he find more? The last 3 T's are here. James does get the trade. A lot of flashes going out. The bomb coming up through Monster right now. Goopy Gamer gets 1, gets 2, and he gets 3. And the Gloop Troop.
Huge.
They were down 5-1. And then they win 8 of the next 9 rounds. And they lead at halftime 9-6.
Yeah. I think every round they won, they rushed. I could be wrong, but I think so. That slow pace was not working for them.
James doubling the next highest player on his team. He's got 16 kills. The next highest has 8. He's leading the charge. He was leading the charge for them on their T side. He was hitting some nice shots, but now it is up to the Gloop Troop to get 7 rounds on their T side in order pull away and secure map number 1. It does look like they are going for the B push early. There's a lot of movement here. They take Short control. There's going to be a Short and a Monster push here. James finds 4Zone through the smoke, and Sayat finds Neil as well. A clean sweep out of the CTs on B, and the last player remaining who cleared out Khan. He does get Kyle. I mean, listen. He got his, okay? At the end of the day, on the scoreboard, it'll show that he got the kill. Now, it's all for show. 4 CTs were alive, so not too much done there, but gets the stat pad. That's right.
Yeah, they just ran into the stack there. It was interesting.
I feel like at this point, most teams, even in Pugs, stack B because of the B rush. It's a lot easier to run B off the rip than into A. If you want to run into A, there's a lot of angles, but 2, you got to run a lot further. So there's more space you got to take. Kyle taking 2 heads clean off. I mean, there's not a whole lot to say here. There's just Glocks and not a whole lot going on, but they do get the bomb planted. While the CTs were taking care of a couple of T's in bathrooms, the rest of the Hacker Haven said, you know what, we're just gonna keep sprinting and we're gonna try to get the bomb plant, and they did. To their credit. Now, they didn't get a single kill, but at the end of the day, they got the bomb plant. That's what mattered.
That is exactly what mattered, Chels. The money. Always about the money. And winning, of course. Winning's nice.
Right. Well, yeah. In a perfect situation, you get both. Maybe not in a round where all you have is Glocks against, not Glocks, but a bomb plant when you've bought nothing is a pretty good consolation price for what it is.
Oh, absolutely.
Bonus round here for the CTs. They still hang on to their MP9s, but Kyle tried to push the agenda in Con and got shut down by Neil's AK. He knows he can't push too much because they're watching him. CTs with some good positioning in short pipe. Slow finds 2 off of Dilly's flash. A great flash and a great spray down by Slow, getting 2. That should, in theory, be the B-bombs. But Zane finds Neil in Con. He knows that there could be more coming up through party, so he did their smart thing and smoked himself off, but he smoked himself off from the rest of the fight as well, as the T's are looking to run in to B, and they have it, and the T's, it looks like they're gonna save. This is a Gloop troop round. Or maybe not. There's one player again. We don't have a HUD anymore. We got. If you're joining us a little bit late, we had some audio issues, and now we have the audio. But in exchange, we no longer have a HUD. So we have no idea who we're watching right now. But in any case, there's a FAMAS being saved.
So you know what I did, Chels?
What did you do?
I put the Twitch stream on my phone, so I'm watching my phone and this, and it seems to be I have a HUD now.
Yeah. The thing about that, Sage, is that the stream is on delay. So, you do have info.
That is unfortunate, sir.
You do have the info. It is just horrifically late. So,
we're a hot mess tonight, guys.
Yeah, but we have been told that we will get this sorted out prior to map 2. But in the meantime, we will try to cast as best we can with the information that we have, and the information that we have is not a whole lot. So we're gonna do what we can to what we have. All right, so we have Dilly throwing that short molly, as it looks like the T's will just default out. Seeing if the CTs want to give them any free kills, any free kills in chat, any primers, prime forgetters. Zane tried to take down 4Zone, but the slow peek out of 4Zone denied him that kill. I think Zane was ready for the wide swing. He was ready to get swung on, and 4Zone was like, I'm gonna slow peek that. Surprises Zane and takes his head off. Now a whole lot of nothing.
Slowing it down, way down.
Whole lot of nothing right now for the T's, but they are sending 3 players, as I was told by our observer Anonymous. Thank you, everybody. Thank Anonymous in chat. I want to see some thank yous in chat for Anonymous for letting this happen tonight. Thank you, Anonymous. But they are taking B through Con. Too Gentle does find one in pit. Jared finds the trade. Another one in pit. Syed with 8 HP. And if Hamas goes down, but they know one's in hell. Second person unknown for the Gloop Troop. Goopy Gamer, that's Neil, 16 HP. And a dream, he gets the bomb planted. James, though, finds one, not the other. And the Gloop Troop with another T-tied round. James almost had both. He waited. He had really good trigger discipline. He saw Neil through the smoke. Neil did not know that the smoke was gone.
The timing.
Walked on smoke. Walked on site, I should say, as if the smoke was still there. James saw his back and his head, tried to find the second player, couldn't do it. But the trade, great trade. The Gloop Troop, find another one.
Yeah, that was a great kill by Slow at the end there.
Some util being thrown into short. Dilly making a lot of noise in going into monster, but luckily I don't think anybody heard him. Couple of trades going on for both sides, but there's a man advantage now for the Gloop Troop once again. Looks like they're going to find themselves onto an empty B site. Oh, wait, but Kyle with the deagle takes Jared's head clean off, and now they don't know where Kyle has gone. Actually, they do now, but Syad finds both. Okay, wait. It's a 1v1. Syad finds two T's in a 1v1. The time. Oh, no, the timing.
Unreal.
4Zone is in short. No way. Oh, Syad, the absolute MVP of that round. Gets 2 with the 5-7, gets the timing onto 4Zone, and gets the third kill to break the Gloop Troop's winning raise, and he gets a round for the Walling Wizards, I should say.
I think it was Slow on site. I would have liked to see him like just smoke site and plant in there. It might have denied those 2 kills Syad got.
The bomb was, I think the bomb was late, wasn't it? That's what denied it, but I don't know. I think they thought that maybe B was stacked, so they didn't want to give up extra bodies for no reason, but the run in from Jared, just pistols, they get 2 with Glocks. What is happening? This game has everything. I don't even know what's going on anymore. But anyways, they are sprinting up towards the A-bomb site. The bomb has to go down here. Just a couple of deagles. There's already a flank coming from James. He finds 1, and he finds 2. The swing from Dilly finds nothing except for some armor. And Syad finds Neil, who only has the Glock. The bomb does get planted. Jared finds the no-scope. That's 4Zone. I apologize. The no-scope. It misses. And the CTs, I don't know what I'm watching, Sage. I am lost for words.
There was that a half buy, or I did not even...
There was a deagle, a couple of Glocks. Somehow... Yeah. Listen, my Glock doesn't do that. My Glock misses every bullet, and then I complain about how they killed me with a rifle, just despite me having no armor and a Glock. But their Glocks don't do that. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's like
without the HUD, I couldn't see what was what they had to buy. But yeah, I mean, they booked it on the A, got that bomb down quick. Yeah, at least they got the bomb plant, right? That was huge.
They did, yeah. I mean, it was great. It was a really good round of them. Like they got a lot of damage done. The short op push is ambitious. I don't think I've seen this before.
This is interesting.
Here's the boost in the con. All right. As Dilly does find Zane. Oh, what a play. What a play out of Dilly. Syad in pit. Trying to get a trade and even up the score here, but T's aren't giving him anything to shoot at. Now it's all stagnant. Now we've seen this out of the Gloop Troop before, whereas 4Zone finds Kyle. Now it's a 2-man advantage, and they're sprinting up towards A. Looks like A is absolutely free. Neil finds James, and now all of a sudden, they know A is free, and the last 2 players are coming through B. And that's it. That's the round. The last 2 players on CT have to save. Walling Wizards have to go running into the B, into T spawn to try to hold on to what little they have left. The fake bomb plant with the bomb in hand running into truck is definitely one of the plays of all time. But you know what? All good, because it's not. No one's punishing. The two CTs are a million miles away and nowhere near any movement on the A bomb site. They are there, way out. They might as well be in Alaska. I mean, they are on the opposite end of the map, trying to save what they can, and the Gloop troop pull it together, and they get another round win.
Is that what's the score now? 12-10?
It is
Gloop troop,
12-10.
right?
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, that was really well played by them. The boost was really cool. Usually it's the CTs boosting in there to look through short pipe. So it's cool to
Warzone
see the
also
Ts do it.
did find Syad after the round. So for those that are uninitiated, if you kill somebody after the bomb has exploded, is not the same as killing somebody after the time has run out. They do still get the bonus. They do still get everything that they want, but they just cannot save the rifle anymore, the weapon, and everything that they had into the next round. So they lose that. That was big for the Gloop troop to find one more of those. Flash into short. The late peak on the boost by Too Gentle does find slow, so an early advantage for the CTs. That's exactly what the Gloop troop did not want. And a good play by Too Gentle. Now he jump spots. He finds one more in short. It's a lot of info gained by Too Gentle there. A big round out of him early on in this round number 23. The op shotgunning it in Con, not apps. We're not on Inferno. We're not on Mirage. We're not on Mirage. We could be on Mirage if it goes to map 3, but we're not there yet.
I know you're excited for that.
I am thrilled. I don't know if you can hear my voice, but I would love to see more Mirage. I simply cannot wait. Zane wins that fight against Forzo, who took... If you're going to swing it up, you preferably do it if they can't see you. But all good. If you're a Walling Wizards fan, now a 2-man advantage for the CTs. Short control being taken by the Gloop troop, but not a whole lot else. The CTs are in prime position to shut anything down. Looks like they will try to end B here, but some util being thrown out. Will that help is the question here, as Neil finds the opener on the Too Gentle. A couple of trades going either way. There's still a man advantage now for the CTs. Jared tried to swing Syad. Rifle wins that one. And so do the CTs. They win this round.
Good patience by Syad there, just because they were on site. You know, he just backed away. He was going to deny the plant either way. Like that play by him. And the late boost was cool too. Not going right away on that.
There's a timeout being held. Oh, I kind of didn't think we were gonna get one. So you know,
did Gloop troop call that?
Probably. I would have to imagine they did, because, like I said, Zane has sources tell the Athletic the Walling Wizards don't use those.
It's been a really good game so far, back and forth. I have no idea who called this timeout, but
it is the Gloop troop. I'm looking at the stream right now on a delay, and it is the Gloop troop.
Okay, yeah, I like that timeout by them. They were a little off there, it seemed like. Really not sure what they were gonna do. Maybe they got a better plan this time.
Some util being thrown out here, a couple of mollies, but they have Tech 9s and pistols as they run into long. Now, again, if you don't know, if you run up this wide side, then bathrooms cannot hear you. There we go. There's a little bit of lore for those that maybe are new to Counter-Strike, as Kyle finds 2 running up there, but there is one AK on slow, and Dilly's head gets taken clean off by Zane. Peeks it with an op. I believe down to 2 Ts remaining. Smoke off long. Get some damage in, but Neil on the late lurk finds Syad. Does he have... Okay, Neil gets himself another, but James the Great with their double upping. Oh, okay, Zane misses the last shot, but they do know exactly where he is. The smoke into heaven. Does that do anything of note? The op is holding him short, and it misses. Okay, Slow could get the bomb plant. Will they give it to him? They do. He gets tagged through the boxes. It looks like they're just going to wait for their remaining teammate. Or is it a 2v1? See, there's no HUD, so I can't tell. Neil, oh, Slow. Oh, he's so close to getting Zane, but he swapped out for the M4 and just manages to take out Slow's head. A close round by the T's, a valiant effort. They only had, I think they had one AK and a couple of pistols. They made that really close. They made that really expensive for the CTs.
Yeah, great job by Goopy there.
All right, it is map number 25, and it does, at least on our end, we have audio again. So, Sage, we have fixed the issue. Anonymous, thank you for giving us audio. Really appreciate it.
I was saying it was a great job by Goopy there, opening up the site. Nice try by Slow to finish that round, and the mow down by the CTs here.
It's 5 Tech 9s. The old Rush B strat for pistols. Ah, yes. A tale as old as time. Forzone knows that there's one in con, but there's also 2 people in short waiting for him to swing out and for them to acquire his Tech 9 for free. They get that and more. Walling Wizards now 3 rounds away from winning map number 1. Round number 26 on the board. Anonymous asking me questions. We'll get to that in a minute, but as of right now,
yeah, we'll watch it on Discord at the moment.
As of right now, everybody on the Gloop troop has AKs, no ops. There is a double op setup for the CTs. Kyle finds the opener onto Jared, and Zane swings out from party with an op. That's a confident peek, and Zane hits the shot, and the T's are staring at a 3v5, a minute and 20 left on the clock, and they saw the bomb. The CTs know it's there. They're gonna give it up for the moment. There's 2 T's coming in to Playground right now to collect it. Dilly and Neil, a tag team duo. Neil worried about Long. Slow, though, does take Kyle. Removes him from the round as he clears con. 50 seconds left. And now all is quiet except for B op spam. Some noise in party, not heard by the CTs. They're too far away. Slow. Lining up some Muto. Sayad, though, in that rat angle that you cannot clear out of bathrooms. You have to swing it from divider. Will they clear it? Dilly not clearing it, and he gets one. Zane gets another. Dilly finds one trade, but is it going to do anything? The answer is no. Zane takes out Dilly's life, and now the Walling Wizards need just 2 more to advance to Anubis with a 1 map advantage.
Yeah, huge round for Walling there. Let's see what they do. Choose to do here. Are they on the save shells? I don't know.
It does appear that they are saving. Neil has a Tech 9, so does Forzone and Dilly. Yeah. Slow has a Deagle. Jared bought 1 flash. There is not a whole lot here. They're going to try to save and play for a tie. Probably the right decision given their eco. It's not great. Kyle finds Jarrett for the opener. There's 3 in con right now, though. Dilly and Slow, okay. They take out 2 of the CTs, and now we're off and running. Now, Slow has an op. They are sprinting towards the A-bomb site. There's only 1 here so far. There's a second rotating in, but do they clear? Forzone, though, on the re-aggro into B. He's the late lurker. Dilly with the swing. He does find Too Gentle, but he ego swings into bank where James the Great with the op ready and prepared. Scopes into trash with the op. They know he's there. They're shooting at his feet. They won't repeat that op. But 4Zone gets Syad with that late lurk, and that allows Slow to plant 4Zone. Knows that trash is clear only for the moment as James agree with the Tech 9!
Unreal. What a play.
The Walling Wizards off of James's
Oh my gosh.
play with the pistol. He doesn't need the op. Who needs it? He's got a Tech 9. He gets 2. The Walling Wizards, what was that?
4Zone played that perfect, and James was just better. That was unbelievable. What a play by James.
There's been 3 rounds now. 3 rounds in this one game.
No words for that one there. James just absolutely huge.
I've never watched a game of Counter-Strike that's quite as ridiculous as this one. I've watched a lot of pro Counter-Strike, and listen, there's been a lot of great rounds and hearing that and you know, but to see this kind of action in CSC is really great to see. Jarrett takes Zane's head clean off in what was an ambitious peek out of Divider, and his Jared now sprinting towards long. It is clear, but only for the moment, as there's a CT there. That's too gentle. That is spotting Dice right now. Knows that maybe the op is long. He doesn't want to give up a second ambitious peek to the opera after Jared already found one of his teammates and took him out of the round. 4v3 as slowly creeps up through bathrooms. He's checking that angle that Syad was sitting in just a couple of rounds ago. Slow. And the rest of his team are running into A. They will call A clear, or at least they'll get the bomb planted. As the rest of the Walling Wizards fall back into a retake. Jared already on the hunt for a flank. There's nobody there. Now a 4v2 and Syad trying to see if maybe he can do some damage before they have to call it off. He does smoke off long, but Dilly with the wide swing says, no, this is our round, and you are not taking it from us. James, 28-16. The only player on the Walling Wizards with more than 19 kills has to save the op, and the Gloop Troop are trying desperately to take it away from him. He does find Dilly, but Jared takes the op away from him. A great play from the Gloop Troop. It is not over. The Walling Wizards are still 2 rounds away. The Gloop Troop have 13.
3K by Jarrett there. Huge round by him, opening things up and then holding that push out on Dice. Yeah, great execute on A there. That's what they needed.
Mr. J Rip Shots in chat is asking about the map. So the first map is Overpass. The second map is Anubis. And map 3, if we get there, is the decider on Mirage. As the Walling Wizards take a timeout.
Whoa!
I was told we wouldn't be seeing any of these, but here we are. They're talking about their eco because Syad has $1,500 to his name. He bought armor, no head armor, of course. Everybody on the tees has AKs and ops, and they don't necessarily need head armor here.
Was that MP9 there?
Full buy, but we do have a tech pause as it looks like one of the players of the Gloop Troop has DC'd. So we will have a pause here as we wait for the 5th to reconnect. But yes, the Walling Wizards stalked it over. Syad did not have a lot of money. Someone dropped him an MP9. M4s the rest of the way. Only 2 players on the Walling Wizards have util. They have a couple of flashes, a couple of mollies, a couple of smokes. No 4th piece of util, and 2 gentle, as the 3rd has 1 smoke. Or a nade, I should say. That's it. That's all they got. I'm sorry, and Syed also bought a Molly with his remaining money. Not a whole lot here to be had in terms of eco. Oh well, they're buying more eco. I spoke a little bit too soon, but we still await the Gloop Troop. They are waiting for their fifth to get back in here, and this has been an incredible game. Now say what you will about NACS, say what you will. This is a a free to play league, and there's no prize at the end. You get the emoji next to your name. You get the trophy emoji. You get the sense of victory that you've accomplished the win. This has been some great Counter Strike.
It really has been. What do you think they do here? Gloop, do you think they go back towards A here? I mean, worked pretty well that last round.
They have had a lot more success on A, and it is slow, by the way. Slow has lost us right now as we await Slow to get back in here. Yeah, when they've went into A, they've seemed to have more success. Now, it all depends on what the Walling Wizards do, because if they try to aggro peak, if they try to swing into the tees, I feel like that's going to lead to disaster for them. But if they're passive, or at least more passive, or swing maybe with some util, then maybe that'll work. Because if you remember maybe I think it was last round, 2 rounds ago, where Zane had the Ob Divider, but he swung party dry. Now, if his teammates swung, flash for him or swung together,
Yeah, absolutely.
Walling Wizards probably just win that round. But because the Gloop Troop managed to claw their way back in the round, they got some space, they got the bomb plant, and that's it. They gotta if they want to win one more round here, they gotta play together.
Absolutely, I agree. And we are still waiting on Slow to get back in the server here.
We are in the not the main menu screen per se, but we are in the flying camera section of tonight's stream. Not because these angles are so new to everybody, but because we are currently awaiting Slow in his return to the game. But yeah, I mean, like this has been really fun to watch so far. Both teams has been cut really back and forth. 3 rounds where we have just been stunned at what we've been witnessing. We saw some hugging on the B bomb site. We saw some intimate hugging going on at one point at one of the rounds. I mean, this game has it all.
They were quite close on that site. The ninja diffuse and then the knife in the smoke. It was a beautiful thing to watch. And James is having a game right now. I just want to let people know that.
29 and 17, 85 ADR. Tucker, the GM of Big Slime, has notified the chat that Slow's internet has died, but he is coming back. So
Thank you, Tucker.
a quick death for Slow's internet. Rip in peace. But it looks like it's being resurrected, and Slow will be rejoining shortly. Now, this is a big round because if the Gloop Troop can win this one, obviously, if they lose this one, the Walling Wizards, win the map and it's over. But if the Gloop Troop can win this next round, the Walling Wizards will have no money. Now, again, the Walling Wizards love their eco rounds. They love getting those one taps with the hand cannons. They are big fans of having nothing and yet making everything out of nothing. So we'll see how this goes. But the Gloop Troop, this is obviously a critical round for them. But if they win this round, they can't just breathe. Like they still have to get it over the finish line.
Still waiting here, so bear with us.
So when do you think CS2 comes out? That's the pressing question that everybody wants to know the answers to, and yet we don't know. They said it would be summer. Now it might be October.
Give it another year. I think we'll be good to go.
You think another year?
Who knows with Valve?
Uh,
You know,
as long as Gaben gets case money, then does it really matter for them?
do you
Now,
want to
now,
take
now,
some questions from the chat? Do we have any
now,
questions from the chat?
now, chat. How much money have you gifted Gaben in the course of your hobby? We want to know. In your attempts to fuel your hobby, as OniPixel puts it, how much money have you given Gaben? We would love to see some responses, or if you have any questions for us, because right now we're filibustering, waiting for Slow to appear back in this game. His internet did die, according to Tucker, the GM of Big Slime. Should be back though relatively soon.
Our fearless leader.
That's right.
And there is
In
another stream tonight, correct? I believe.
yes, the premier semis right now are going on, and wonder what the score of that game is. Anybody in chat want to tell us what the score of that one is? As we await, Slow is back. You know what? We're back.
Beautiful,
We're
beautiful.
we have he has arrived. It is 12-7 in favor of Who Anonymous. Tell us in our ears. So Cow is leading OS 12-7 in Premier semis. Thank you so much, Anonymous. Everybody in chat, thank you, Anonymous. The Gloop Troop have taken a timeout, which okay, all right,
Well, it might be for slow. You might need a little more time. You know.
possibly they possibly he needs a couple more seconds here to get going, but as we talked about, a massive round for the Gloop Troop, but they can't breathe easy if they do win this. As we talked about, Walling Wizards love winning rounds with not a whole lot to their names. You would think that it'd be a lot easier to win with rifles, and yet they are very comfortable with just having some deagles and not a whole lot else, and winning rounds anyway. As we finally get going here, round number 29, do or die for the Gloop Troop. Important round, eco wise. Walling Wizards did buy. They don't want to send this to overtime. The rush into short, and the CTs take two. A minute and a half into. A minute and a half with left on the clock, and the Gloop Troop are down 2 players. No map control being taken in A. Jared with the op is just jiggling, trying to see if there's anybody in con that wants to give him anything. The answer is no. What a play out of the Walling Wizards. Now, it's not over yet. Kyle did make some noise. He did take some
Absolute
damage, I should say.
disaster.
Zane with the NA, that's right. Anonymous. Couldn't get much done with that, but there's the last 3 Ts moving up and along. The flash by Jarrett, trying to see if, hey, maybe there's some late aggression. Maybe somebody wants to swing off of that. The answer is no, and the Ts will just run in through long. 4Zone, though, does find Zane as the CTs will be coming in through the flank, and Too Gentle running into bank. The bomb will go down. A 3v3. What was a 5v3 for the Walling Wizards, now an even score. Neil knows a one could be bank, and the swing, but Too Gentle says no, and so does Sayad. It's a 2v1. Jarrett scopes in with the op, the swing, he gets James, it's a 1v1, oh, and Jared couldn't get the trade, and the Walling Wizards take round number 29, they take map 1, Walling Wizards on overpass, 1-0.
Oh man, I thought Jared had that there at the end. He thought he was sticking it. So close. Great first map. And Anubis is next, so let's see what happens.
James, a great 30 kills in that game, was the leader for them on and off the scoreboard. And we'll be right back with some Anubis after I get maybe a gallon of water so I can recuperate my whatever voice I have left. Because that game had everything, and we'll be right back with Anubis.
BRB.
Save me from the side of myself. I cannot look away. About to crash into my face. Just another day on the shelf. Pull me from my silhouette. Years have been astray. Now a broken shell remains. I cannot embrace what I regret. Round and round, around I go. The spinning makes me ill. An image held inside the very world I build. got a smile worth its weight. When the mirror breaks, will someone ask? Round and round, around I go. The spinning makes me ill. A hostage held inside the very world I build. Please help me now.
All right, and we are back for map number 2 of the Season 11 CSC Elite quarterfinals between the Walling Wizards Hacker Haven and the Gloop Troop Big Slime. The Walling Wizards just barely eked out a 16-13 overpass on their map pick. That was an insane game. If you joined us late, you missed some insane plays. There was hugging on B site at one point. There was a couple of ridiculous rounds, ridiculous clutches. I mean, you missed out on some great action. But right now we have Anubis map 2, as it looks like the Gloop Troop are just running into the B bomb site. They smoked off CT. They know that there's 2 in back pillar. 4Zone gets 1. James the trade, but they do have the plant. Slow with the dare I say slow peek into Zane. As Zane takes his head clean off, it's now a 2v3 for the T's, and Jared, it was a 1v3, I should say, and Jared finds 1, but not the 3 remaining CT players, and just like on Overpass, the Gloop Troop run into B, and they lose the opening round.
And just like Overpass, James just starting off hot again with 3 kills, 261 ADR right off the bat. I mean, picking up right where he left off. Hot shells.
He dropped 30 on Overpass and 261 ADR will
on a pistol run.
On a pistol is really good to see, because now James has an A4. Now he has all the util. Well, he has some of the util that he could possibly want. Obviously, you know, maybe a molly or a nade would be nice. But hey, after a pistol round, to have the things that he has is pretty good. Jared drops window and into Z. James, though, has a little bit of a gap in that smoke to work with, seeing if there's anybody in canals that wants to give it to him. And Jared says, yes, I will. Thank you for asking. He finds the opener onto James as Jared tries to take space onto the B-bomb site, though. Kyle finds 4Zone, but Jared takes Gentle's head clean off, and the Gloop Troop have the B bomb plant once again. Sayad flashing out through Temple. Doesn't get much done. Kyle, though, does find Jared. Trade, though, by Dilly. And the T's have a 2v1 advantage. Zane, last player alive. He did smoke off one of them, or at least he thought he did, but Slow gets the swing. He gets the kill, and the Gloop Troop answer right back, and the Walling Wizards have 0 money to their name.
Yeah, not much mid control there for Walling. And Jared just drops down bridge and then kills James and right in the sight. I mean, I love that by Jared. After he gets the kill, Z just right in, not wasting any time.
James thought he had all the positioning in the world. He was jiggling canals. He was jiggling water. And there was nobody there.
I think he should have fell back after that smoke dissipated, right?
Yeah,
just kind of fall back.
Sure. For sure, because if he's in that angle, you can't clear close. And in that particular situation, like, I mean, it's tough in hindsight, as Kyle finds one and James gets a second. In that situation, like, listen, This is the thing that I have been telling you, Sage, and the rest of our Charlie team for 3 months now, is that if there's eco frags, run away. Just run away. The kills don't matter. And this is what happens when you focus on the kill. Instead of falling back, you see a bunch of the CTs with just pistols running at you out of A main. Don't go for the eco kills. Just run
and
away
now still,
and help
still
your
a
team.
winnable situation here. for them.
Right. Jarrett, okay, he finds James with the M4. Gentle making a lot of noise. Slow through the smoke. Finds Gentle, and Jarrett goes down. Zane goes down to Jarrett's M4. They won the round. That's what's important for the Gloop trip. They won the round, but it could have been a lot worse for them, for sure, and it could have been a lot cleaner.
Yeah, 4-zone probably should have just ran away there. So much damage by Walling Wizards just pushing A main there. I like that push by them. I believe our team does that a little bit too on Anubis. No secrets.
He's giving out our secrets, chat. I don't know if I gave you the AOK to give away our secrets like that. But in any case, Forza flashing himself into A main. Yeah, of course not. Well, we don't play Anubis, so I don't. How could we do that if we don't play the map? Aware. Anyways, Jared trying to spam through Z. Nobody there yet. Little do they know the Walling Wizards are double saving here. Some P250s and a Deagle, but USPs for 2 of the 5 CTs. Dilly spots 1 in cams, gets tagged by that Deagle for 36. Jared finds the opener in James. There's 2 people in mid, I should say, as Jared takes Z control. He also spots 1 in Palace, and rightfully, as we talked about, backs away. Doesn't force the fight. Doesn't force the issue. Slow, just checking at CT, trying to see if there's anybody that wants to give him the free eco kill. Zane with the USP. 4-zone had the bomb out. I mean, they have
sure
4
what was going
alive.
on at the end there.
They got 4 alive, and they won the round, but probably should have your gun out. IMO, but what do I know? I'm in Challenger.
Then now the full buy coming out, except for James. James has money. Yes, James has money. So now we get to see what they do on the gun round here.
You got the big bad op in James the Great's hands. As he posts up with it in mid. Smoked off for now. He's holding a close angle. But as they get the boost over the smoke, the T's aware. Look at this. Made some noise, though. T's didn't see anything, so they backed off. 4-zone's in A main, China. Just taking some map control, just seeing what's out there. Taking a stroll, if you will. The bomb, though, outside B. But the CTs right now just passively holding their angles, just not aggressing, not doing much of anything. A flash into B main. Doesn't attract any rotates, and Jared just peeking with the op, seeing, hey, maybe there's somebody out in the open that wants to take a fight with me. Anybody at all? Hey, I'm here. Anybody want to give me a fight? James will gladly take it, but misses the shot. And now Jarrett knows that the op is B. Rest of the team knows the op is B. Neil takes the opener. The fighting to cams gets traded out. 3-on-2 advantage for the Gloop troop. They know where the op is. Will the Walling Wizards go for it? 4-zone already waiting on the flank. They're not going there, but Jarrett in a great spot to check out cams, and he knows the CTs are running away. The Gloop troop have 4.
Might catch the timing here.
This would be it. This would be a silly peek out of Jared. Okay, Too Gentle does take out the op. That's an ambitious. Not only does Jared not peek it with an op, he was walking with a pistol. Maybe he thought they couldn't be there yet, but That's
Maybe, I don't know. He heard him run away, so
He did.
He had to have known. He had to have known.
Neil
But either way,
does.
I was gonna say either way they get the round, so that's huge.
Neil did have money for an op, but instead he chooses to drop a couple AKs to his teammate. Slow has nearly $7,000 now. They might be playing the long game and just trying to keep their eco as high as possible in the event that they need to drop more rifles. As the Walling Wizards take their first timeout of Anubis. Now this was an early timeout. Also, if I may add, Walling Wizards, not only are they calling a timeout, they are double upping on CT Anubis.
I don't mind the double op on CT Anubis. It's a weird buy for them because look at Syed's money. It's a little weird buy for them. Like maybe Kyle drops him. I don't know. Kyle doesn't have a gun either, so interesting. Maybe they just half those two half.
2 ops and an M4, followed by a P250 and a 5.7. What's interesting about this buy is that Syed had 2250. He chose not to buy, and then Syed gets 2 kills anyway because this team is weird. This team is this team loves getting kills with pistols. This is this is their bread and butter, and they've done it all season. 2 Ts working their way through mid, and the third into A main, where he was about to, but Syed with the op takes down Slow and sees the op. Goopy Gamer says, wait a minute, hold on, I'm still here, but Kyle takes out 4Zone. That's the lurk. Now a 3v1 for the Walling Wizards. They had nothing going in. They had a couple ops, but 2 players bought nothing besides a couple of pistols, and yet they've made it work. Neil, 50 seconds to go. Running into Z now. The op is posted, misses the shot. James the Great pulls out the USP, and he gets taken down. The bomb goes down as well. Syed close into the CT, but he did spot out Neil's barrel. Would have to imagine that got called out. Kyle with the cleanup picks up the second op. Some body shooting going on by the Walling Wizards. Now, I was made aware that is something that could happen. Now they claim it's not toxic. And now when I was talking to Zane earlier, he warned me that's something that could happen.
What's that?
He said it was not the body shooting afterwards.
Yeah, it's a little showsmanship.
He claims it's not toxic. Now, I responded as the Gloop trip take a timeout here. I responded, if it's not toxic, then what is it? And he says it's toxic. So it's we've arrived at a conclusion. We figured out what it is.
Yeah, that last round, Jarrett was really quick up the mid there, and I don't know if he had somebody with him or not. If he's gonna do that, I would love to have, send another person with him, because he just got taken down right away. So one of the ops was holding mid, and it looked one of the ops was B, right? Interesting.
Yeah. No op on A.
Yeah, no op on A. Interesting.
The T's talked about it, and they have full bot. Jared, the only one that doesn't have an AK, he has the Galil. Always buy a Galil instead of a... I would rather the Galil over the FAMAS. And I would rather an MP9 over a FAMAS, if I'll be honest with you. The FAMAS is a pea shooter and shoots tears a lot of the time. Like, the FAMAS does not a whole lot to shoot back at enemies. But the Gloop Troop tried to do fast B. That got shut down, and now they've stopped. Walling Wizards still passive, especially on A. Kyle still in A main. Doesn't want to give up an easy pick here. Doesn't know. Maybe they're... Because the Gloop Troop have sent one to lurk into A. He doesn't want to lose that fight early and give up the bomb site. Dilly, though, swings out by himself, gets taken down. Slow with the trade. The late mid lurk works out as Neil takes down the mid guy. And Slow in the 1v2. James the Great, once again, a couple of really big kills out of him. But Slow swings into the op, takes out Saya, now 1v1. The timing, Kyle spots out Slow, and he takes him down. Oh, what a great play out of Kyle. And the Walling Wizards now have won their second in a row. It's 4-3 Gloop Troop.
Yeah, huge round for Kyle there. And like you said, great plays by James. You know, keeping it all together there. I think Slow had a really good chance there too. You know, it was a great kill on Temple. Just couldn't get the Kyle at the end. Looks like they're gonna have to save here, right? Oh no.
No,
comes out
well,
on
there's 4-zone bot. Slow has an MP5 and a couple of Tech 9s on the Gloop Troop, so they
Interesting.
sort of bought, but didn't. But they did. But they didn't. Maybe
Single loss, yeah. I think they...
maybe a miscommunication then. Maybe some people bought, some didn't. But anyways, the CTs are just cleaning up shop. This was the cleanest of rounds from the CTs, and now it's all tied up. And now
I
it's
don't
a tie game.
understand that completely, because if you buy the AK there, then why just run up mid with it, you know? Let the AK work a little bit, try to get some picks. Another buy coming out here for him. And Warzone has no weapon. Interesting.
There's a few AKs. Everybody has an AK but Warzone. It's interesting to me that they rebought again. That they don't have a lot of util here, and Warzone does get dinked, and now he's out of the round. But this is I don't know if I agree with this force buy. The CTs right now are clinging down on the B bomb site. Although Neil trying to get the bomb plant, and he will. Zane with the quick flank into Z takes out Neil. What was a quick start to the T side for Gloop Troop has now resulted in 4 in a row for Walling Wizards.
I'm just so confused about that buy there. Like, I guess they were trying to send Warzone into A so they could go right into B, kind of like a decoy, but they didn't go right into B, so I'm not really sure about that one by Gloop.
They have to half at some point, but they're not. They're rebuying again. 5 AKs.
Now
They have 3. They have 3 smokes and a nade. There's no flashes. There's no mollies. There's nothing. But they all have AKs. What's interesting, what's more confusing to me is on top of their buy, they've all bought and then called a timeout. I don't really know what's going on right now in their VC.
Hopefully they're talking through it now, whatever is going on, because they should have saved last round though. I mean, I would have.
I would have called the save for sure.
Luckily, the game's still close, not out of hand, right? So hopefully they can get it figured out early.
Yeah, I mean, Anubis definitely isn't as T-sided as it was when it came out, but I would still think it's a T-sided map, and the Gloop Troop right now are, I don't want to say they're giving up rounds for no reason. I mean, like, they're trying to surprise the Walling Wizards, right? Like, if you know, at a certain point, you're going to call, like, hey, they're broke, hey, they don't have anything, and then you get swung on by 3 AKs, then you know, maybe that does something. But at the end of the day, as the CTs get 2, and, you know, there's 1 trade, but the CTs still have an advantage. Now there's a 2-minute advantage now down to 1 again. Like, at a certain point, you're gonna have to save, but they're not doing that. Syed with the op gets Dilly, nice flick out of him, and the Walling Wizards now lead 6-4. Yeah, like they have to have buy at some point. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not understanding what's going on.
I mean, they have to here, right? They have to, and that was a great hold by Syad there at the end, just locking down B.
I mean, at this point, you would think so, but all 5 Ts have over $4,000, and they're buying again. They.
I mean, they have a game plan and they're sticking to it. I guess.
I guess the idea is that they don't want to buy another op. So I guess in that perspective, force buying constantly is not the worst idea. But, you know, again, their util isn't ideal. They don't smoke Z either. Do they not know Z smoke? Because, I mean, they haven't been watching their flom. As a flom enjoyer, let me tell you something. I have learned that Z smoke. I threw it in our game every round last night, even though I couldn't hit the ocean. I was at least trying to throw some util and trying to do other things. You did
have a great pop flash for me last night. I do appreciate that.
Listen, at a certain point, when the shots aren't firing, you got to find other ways to provide impact. That's what I did. That one round anyway. That's
early
right.
Open there.
And again, like the Gloop troop right now, they are either stagnant and are waiting, which they are now. There's a 2-1-1 setup going on right now. The bomb is deep mid. Slow is waiting outside B main for a swing that's never gonna come. And there's 40 seconds on the clock. The T's don't really have any map control. And this is looking like another win for the Walling Wizards, unless the Gloop troop can do something miraculous, because the op is on B right now. At least one of them is. And Zane just gets a collateral. Like, this right now, the Gloop troop have are going to lose now their last 6 rounds. The last player in Z, I mean, he gets the kill, but James is there for the trade, and that's 7 for the Walling Wizards. I'm confused as to what the Gloop troop are doing. This is a completely different team than what we've been seeing up to this point.
It doesn't look like they know a lot of util on Anubis. Maybe that's something Walling Wizards knew coming into this. Did they pick this map? I can't remember. Oh, this is
the Gloop. This is BS's map pick.
They should know the util. You got to have util on this map. Take either B or A, and I would like to see them go towards A a little more.
Well, speaking of wanting to see them go A, here they go, and Slow running up with the deagle. The molly is late, and Zane does go down, but Kyle saving his teammate's life. Dilly, another player on A main, but he couldn't get that kill. Oh, Kyle, when it rains, it pours. 4Zone does go down. 4Zone does get the kill onto Kyle, but too little, too late. Oh, 4Zone gets one. He's running down the op right now. Syad says, I don't even need the op. I'm just going to shoot you in the face with Tech 9. That's exactly what he did. And it's 8 now for the Walling Wizards. I mean, this is all falling apart for the Gloop troop.
I think you got to take another timeout here soon. Well, here comes the op for Jarrett this round. I do like they went A, but I would like to see, like, maybe, get some map control and then go back to A.
Yeah.
Make them rotate off A a little bit.
Well, at least, finally, they half-bought. So that's good. We're seeing that. Is it too little too late, though? Is the question that I'm asking. Maybe the Gloop troop do something as Zane just ego swings into A main. He is absolutely feeling himself. 4Zone goes down to that one-hit kill machine. He's now 6-12 on this map number 2. Syed 13-5. Zane 15-3. 15-9, I should say. Jared swinging mid, spots the op there. They got a re-peek? The answer is yes, but both players miss their shots. A little bit of mid control being taken. But Dilly loses the fight, and Jared won't swing in return. I mean, he does. He gets the kill with the Glock. All right. Still a 2v4 now, 2v3, I should say. Well, not for long, though, as Zane already up through A, takes out Jared. Gentle swings into slow, and it is all walling Wizards right now.
It's falling apart for Gloop Troop, and I'd almost think about taking another timeout here. But
Looks
with
like
the
they're just
buy
gonna
again,
buy.
Yeah, buy again. I mean, it's interesting. It's very
They're
interesting
all
to say at least.
they're on full loss, so I guess at this point you just have to. But Dill has 4 kills, Neil has 5, 4 has 6. They need some impact here from the rest of their squad, but they need to do it as a team. Right now, they're losing a lot of 1v1s. They're losing a lot of battles that maybe perhaps they shouldn't be taking, as Jared just swings into Z. He does take down James. He does find the opener. Slow gets it even, and he gets a second. Okay. And Zane, again, with that op, he's doing so much with it. And Neil, walking into the site, gets swung on by Syad. And that's another round win for the Walling Wizards. The T side on the Gloop Troops map pick right now is falling apart.
I mean, yeah, they're definitely falling apart. They look kind of unorganized. There's no Z smoke there, though. I guess Jarrett didn't need it because he just ran in there and killed the guy. But I mean, once they got on the site, they didn't really know what to do, right? The bomb never went down. Nothing.
Well, they just haven't taken a site together. They haven't executed anything. They haven't pushed together as a team. A lot of the fights they've been taking has been individual 1v1s or 1v2s, or occasionally there's been some kind of action, but as James gets a timing onto Ruggs, he pushed all the way through Z. There was no hesitation. That's how powerful they've been on this CT side, and he knows. Oh, or do they? James making no noise. Okay, wait. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, 4Zone
Not
gets
like this.
taken down.
Not
Not
like
like this. Oh, he's screaming at his teammate right now. How did he knife me? And the guy in Canals was like, "Wait, but I was there. I don't know where he went." Oh, Zane is just going for the scenes now, but Neil is mad about that knife. He does take him down, a 3v2 advantage, but the T's take A. Listen, even after that knife round, they still found a way to break through the A bomb site. So for the first time in this half, I think, the T's have planted on A. Neil waiting for the flank, and he does, not the flank, the CT smoke, the CT rotate, and he does get him. That's Kyle. Flashes out into cams. That was a little bit early, but the re-swing. Neil goes down, so does Jarrett, and it is an 11-4 half for the Walling Wizards. Wow. I mean, this has been a masterclass for the Walling Wizards. They have won the past 10 rounds on their CT side, and the Gloop Troop right now, their biggest hope is, hey, Onyx Law.
I mean, James just walking right through Canal, all the way around to A main and knifes 4Zone. Unreal. I mean, no canal control at all
No.
that round.
They never smoke Z. If here's like the thing about Anubis is that if you're going to pick this map, you have to know at least some kind of util. You have to know Z smoke, right? You have to know if you're gonna take a bomb site, you have to know, right, how to molly window, how to molly heaven. These are lineups that you have to know in order to take the site and have at least some kind of confidence that you are able to take it without 4 players staring at you and shooting at you before you even have the opportunity to shoot back. This is, I mean, we're not watching recruit players. This is an elite team. And their T side was pretty uncoordinated, pretty sloppy here. But Dilly finds Zane in the opener, but gets taken down immediately. And Kyle breaks open the B bomb site. Sayat takes down Slow. Jarrett right now, another one in Temple, gets swung on. And the CTs are falling at this. They're falling apart right now at the seams. They know 4-Zone is in CT. He swings out, gets 1. Gets 2. Okay, wait, no. A 1v1. He knows... Gentle knows where 4-Zone is, but not the other way around. Or does he? Or does he? Or does he? Oh, he did have the right idea, but Gentle was there to clean up the loose change, and the Walling Wizards, 4 rounds away from advancing to the semis.
That's rough, Chills. They needed that round desperately. 4-Zone had a chance there to clutch at the end. Even seemed like he knew where he was, but just couldn't hit the last guy.
It's tough, and Neil has a shotgun. That's where we're at in this quarterfinals. Of course, the CT's 4 spot, they don't really have much of an option. They did push through B, so they at least have that info that they are not going B now. Will the T's hear this? Oh, did they just tie? Oh, Dilly is timing the T's. Okay, wait. Will they hear this, though? The T's have to hear this eventually, right? Right? I guess not. I mean, there's only 2 CTs left, and now they have to be hearing him. Or not. Dilly gets 1, and Slope gets another, but Dilly is inspecting his gun instead of looking at the game. I don't know. At a certain point, I don't know. I have no words for what just happened.
I mean, this is just falling apart for Gloop, unfortunately. That was rough to watch there at the end.
Dilly had the opportunity to be the savior. He had the opportunity to take that second guy out in a main, and all of a sudden it's a 2v1, and then that's a retake, you know, a favorable retake in that force buy, and yet he inspected his gun instead, and now the CTs are pushing mid. Zane gets 2, Nose is a 3rd in water. There's 3 more in water, actually. I don't know if you know that, but that's not a recipe for success a lot of the time. But Kyle makes short work of Slow. Jared with the USP, Dilly with the 5.7. I mean, he picks up a MAC-10, but gives it to Dilly. Kyle gets taken out. But Jared, I mean, Dilly gets a trade, sure. Has an AK. He's going to try to run away and save it as best he can, but this is... The Gloop Troop have now lost 13 rounds in a row.
Yeah, he's trying to make the best of a bad situation here. See if they even let him save.
Might be another timing here and into Rugs. No. Okay. Syad swings into Dilly. I mean, like, at a certain point, that's the kind of game that the Walling Wizards are having.
They are hitting all their shots. I mean, 4 players over 100 ADR. Yeah, they're definitely hitting their shots, I'd say.
When you can confidently swing into an angle like that and take out a player that you don't even know is there, like that's confidence.
Yeah, I mean, this is Gloop's map pick, and they've just seemed, I don't know, like a little off, like not very coordinated.
This is it. The Gloop Troop have bought everything they could possibly want. There's an op. Well, Kyle finds an opener. Jared does find one with his op. Now it's a 4v4, but there's got to be some kind of heroics if you're a Gloop Troop fan here. You want to see a map 3. If you're a Counter-Strike fan, I mean, we want a map 3. We want to see one. We want to see a more competitive game than this, that's for sure as well. The boost over the smoke, though, Jared does manage to take down Kyle, down to 47 HP, but stays alive with that boomstick. The lurk smoke into B main. Do they know that Neil is there? They flash. James doesn't check the corner. Okay. A free kill for Neil. He gets another one. Okay, all right. The Gloop Troop have managed to secure a 5th on the board unless Zane does the impossible. It's a 1v4 situation for him. Jared knew he was there, and Zane swung out and killed him anyway. All right. 20 kills on the board for Zane. They all know where he is. 30 seconds to go. He goes back into mid, but there's not a whole lot of action there. 15 seconds left. I mean, he's going to try to save it as best he can, I guess. He's going to pick up the op and try to run away, but they might let him. 8 seconds to go. The time is going to... Unless he runs into 4Zone, who is staring right at... Oh, no. Oh, the timing. Oh, no. Oh, 4Zone. And the swing, he gets him. All right, listen. All right. It wasn't pretty. That's not how it was written up. On that's not what the coach drew up on the whiteboard, but they got it done just the same. And hey, I mean they kind of ruined the eco of Walling Wizards right now. They got a couple of AKs. There's a Galil and Zane has a Deagle. So I guess if the Gloop Troop can pull this one out now, maybe there's some kind of comeback here.
The way things had been going, I thought Zane was going to clutch it, to be honest. I mean, they were hitting everything, it seems like. But Gloop Troop get back in the game with a round, see if they can string some together here.
Some A exec util. Okay, that we would have liked to see that out of the Gloop Troop, but there's a smoke through into A main, gets disrespected by Kyle, who gets taken down, but more T's run in and more T's get taken out. Syad, the last player alive for the Walling Wizards. Short work by Dilly. I mean, hey, the Gloop Troop, all right. Listen, they've won the last 2 rounds. Now the Walling Wizards have to save. So barring a miracle by 2 Gentles Tech 9 and Kyle's Deagle, the Gloop Troop are taking a timeout, as you said, good call there. The Walling Wizards, as I've talked about, as we've seen earlier tonight, have had a way of just winning with nothing. They've done it throughout the season. They've done it tonight. The Gloop Troop, this is not breaking news or anything, but they have, not only do they have to win this round, but they need all 5 alive. They need to build this eco.
They know the ops on A now, or Jarrett's at least holding cams with the op. And they got on the A pretty easy, so let's see. Maybe they A push here, because they got on the site pretty quick and easy.
The Walling Wizards now call their own timeout. I thought the round was about to start, and then with like a half a second to go, the Walling Wizards were like, no, wait, hold on. Now it's our turn to say
the mind games begin, Chels. The mind games begin.
Right.
We need 2 rounds.
Deagles.
We're going to mess with them a little bit.
That's right. They don't use them for anything else, so you might as well. 2 Deagles and 3 Tech 9s for the Walling Wizards.
I mean, you don't need to call a timeout this game when you're clicking heads like they are.
I guess. Well, James had a 30 bomb on overpass. He had a really solid pistol round the first round of the game. I think he had 3 kills on pistol, or 2 or 2.5. He's had 7 kills since then. He's at 9 kills. And yet, despite all of that, Syad's at 21, Zane's at 21. They don't need James to be clicking heads because everybody else is.
It's a team game.
That's right.
People forget that.
Yeah. Your individual score does not matter. Did you win the game? That's it. You're end of conversation. Dilly finds Zane into Z as the rest of the T's run in. They get 2 and they get 3. Oh no. Oh no. James spots 1 in Z. He's planting the bomb. They know 1 is Z. They don't know who the other one is, but there's a duo attack coming out of Z. Oh boy. Smoked off right now. There's an up, there's a Deagle. Oh no, it's happening again for the Gloop Troop. They just can't get it done against these pistols. James the Great takes down Neil. 4Zone gets the trade, but a 2v1, now a 1v1. Neil does find Syad, but Syad says, no way. I have the op. I'm hitting all these shots. You're getting nothing. And the Gloop Troop right now are 1 round away from being 2-0'd.
I mean, that was disrespectful. Take at B, just running straight in through Z. Syad's having a great game this game with that up.
Kyle just dry swinging B main. He spots one, couldn't get the headshot, but falls back. A lot of pressure towards B, and there's only one player. That's Syad at B stairs. No pressure towards A main. At a certain point, I would have liked to see some A main aggression, but maybe, I guess, if you're down by so much, then you don't want to give up the pick, especially if you're not hitting the shots and the other team is. Some util out of B, but Too Gentle has that one way that he can work with if given the opportunity to do so. It is a 5v4 for the Gloop Troop. Let's see if they can capitalize on that. Still not any pressure being applied to A main. Mostly either B, but Kyle is through mid. Do the CTs know? Could they be aware? Jarrett is holding, but Kyle swings out and shoots him in the face anyway. I mean, this is insane. This is the kind of game where you kind of just have to say GG's. Like, this is insane. Kyle takes out Dilly. Neil goes down. A 3v1. Last player is the A player, and that is 4Zone. He is trying to make do, running into B. He has an MP5. And they know he's there. He swings out, and that is it. Syad takes his head clean off, and the Walling Wizards take down the Gloop Troop on their map pick. The Gloop Troop picked Anubis, and they won 6 rounds. Walling Wizards win Overpass 16-3. They win Anubis 16-6, and they beat the Gloop Troop 2-0, and they move on to the Elite semifinals.
Yeah, I mean, Walling was clicking on all cylinders, and Gloop just looked out of sorts. Very out of sorts on their map pick, but that's gonna do it.
You would think on, if you pick a map, you gotta have some kind of strat book or you feel comfortable on it. They never look comfortable, especially on their T side. They never looked like they had the ball. They looked really good for the first 5 rounds, and then after that, it all fell apart. And it'd be interesting to see what happens with that squad moving forward. But that'll do it for us. I'm Chels Bells along with Sage. Everybody in chat, thank you to Anonymous for observing. Really appreciate what everybody's doing. And see you all next time.
See you next time, guys. Thanks. Bye.
I'd rather be a dreamer, I'd rather be free, I'd rather be a leader, I'd rather be a queen, I'd rather be a singer in a trashy cover band. I'd rather be a closer, I'd rather be clean, I'd rather be a poser in a magazine, I'd rather be pretty much anything else than your machine. What you think about when you're born into a fire?